Now let's talk about what are the different APIs which are available in Maximo Application Suite. So as we have seen in earlier version of Maximo, like Maximo 7.6, there was only one kind of APIs which was known as OSLC API or the next gen REST APIs, and you can do certain transactions like you want to create a work order, you want to create an SR, you want to log in, you want to view the details. These are specific actions related with applications which you are going to do. But now in Maximo Application Suite, there are three kind of APIs majorly which are provided. So first is Mass Core API. These are the APIs which you can use to do actions related with Mass Core. The second one is Tools API. So this Tools API is primarily focusing on actions which happens within Max INST pod. So Max INST is the important pod where the SMP folder will be there in mass, and you will also be able to do certain different kind of actions from Tools API, which we will see further. So these Tools APIs are available, and then you have application specific API. For example, you have Manage API, you have APIs for Monitor. You can do different actions via these APIs, as which is available in the earlier version of Maximo as well. Now let's focus on Tools API. So what are the Tools APIs? These are APIs, as I said, is focusing on the task which happens in Max INST pod. This is most important pod for manage SMP folder, then all the other utility like integrity checker and all other things are available within this particular pod, and it provides you certain information and it provides you certain actions by which you can do via using these APIs. So you can start Maximo Manage, you can stop Maximo Manage. If you want to see the log files within the pod, you can do that. You want to see the list of all the files in the pod, the log files, you can do that. You can basically upload these log files onto S3 bucket if you have configured. The idea is that you can do certain tasks without logging into OC console, and via using the Postman itself you can achieve these tasks. The next question is how to run Tools API. What is need to run this Tools API? So first thing first is you need to have an API key created within the manage. So you can have a user, for example max admin, for which you can go to API key application and you can create an API key over there. Then the next thing what you have to do is that you need to have the URL available for your Max INST pod. And how you can do it? So log in into your OCP console. Once you log in, you come to routes, and when you come to the route, you have to select the folder, the project mass demo manage. Inside it, you will actually be able to see that there is a route available. This is Max INST route. So you have to basically take this particular URL. First API is that we want to see all the logs which are available into Max INST pod. In order to do that, this is the API that we have to hit. So you can see that the URL which we have taken for the Tools API is there, and then we have to use the context tool service and call tools log. In the header, we have to pass the API key which we are going to create into Maximo Manage. This is the API key for my Max admin user, and I have to get it. So if I will do send, you will be able to see that I can see all the logs which are available into Max INST. Now the next thing is that if I want to see a specific log, then I can take that particular log. Say for example in this case I want to check this particular log. I will be able to do that. Open this and then pass the name as a parameter log file and hit enter. So if you will hit enter, it is going to fetch that particular log. So you can see that I have the file available. If you want to stream the log, you can continuously hit enter, and as the jobs will be writing the log in the pod, you will be able to see those updates here. You can also upload these logs to S3 bucket, and for that you have to do a post method. You have to basically call a web service method submit upload log request and pass the API key in header. Once you are going to do that, if you have S3 configured in Maximo Manage, all these logs will be written to that particular S3 bucket, and then you can download that particular log from your S3 bucket and you can use it. The other action which is available is that we can run IC as you know, IC is integrity checker, and integrity checker utility is available into Max INST pod. So for that, you can also do that. You can run the IC into two modes. You can run IC into report mode, and you can also run IC into repair mode. So once we run the IC into repair mode, it will be fixing the errors which you are going to get. So first you can actually do in the report mode, and for that particular thing you have to hit this API. You have to pass param. The URL should have the context as I check error report, then pass the API key, and it is actually going to run the integrity checker and create the log for it. And then you can actually use the view tool log API to see the details within the log. If you want to do the same thing for repair mode, then you have to call the URL for I check error repair. And if you have to do the report, then you have to do I check error report. If you want to start the manage, you can do that from the suite administration, or you can do that from the APIs as well. So tools API also provides you the opportunity to do that. So this is the API. So what you have to do is you have to basically call the method manage start, and if you want to stop it, then you have to call a method manage stop. So if you will do that, for example, if I do, this is going to fire the manage command, and then now it is going to stop the manage. Once the Maximo is stopped, Maximo manage is stopped, I can call the start manage, and I can start my manage server. So these are the different operations which are available as part of the tools API, which you can utilize